My dad was born in Memphis, Tennessee, to Mary Ayers. Mary had another son named Walter. She also took care of her sister's son, Ronald. So my dad had two brothers. Well, one was kind of a cousin, but really his brother. Family had a totally different definition for me growing up. I knew my Uncle Ronald was my dad's cousin, but that was his brother. So as I grew, I learned that my brother had a different dad, which in my head I just equated to a bonus dad, because my dad was his dad, and he was my brother. Not my half-brother, but my brother. My brother who looked like me, my brother who would smack me in the head, all of that stuff. That was my brother. And as we grew, I had aunties and uncles that, I don't know, they were Indian and black and white, from California to North Carolina to Michigan. My family was made up of people that we loved. You just love your family, regardless. Doesn't matter what they do. You're always in a position of forgiveness. You always help them out because at the end of the day, family's family. So I wanted to share all of these pictures and memories because you all are our family. Everyone in this room is family.
You know, looking back, Carl took on a great responsibility. It wasn't too popular back then to date outside your race, let alone take on a ready-made family. I'm in the picture. I'm already, 5'6". He took on that responsibility and provided for us. I was his boy. And the man had a work ethic. He didn't miss work. He helped me land my first real job, and didn't miss for anything. And I think up until his health started declining and he couldn't work anymore. Well, shoot, even after that, he was trying to scrap or whatever he could to bring in a few extra bucks. But man had a work ethic that most people nowadays couldn't even comprehend.
Christopher was my dad's first grandchild. Around that time was when he started to get serious about family and sobriety, being a better man. He quit drinking and he quit smoking. And one of my dad's biggest accomplishments was recovering from a crack cocaine addiction. In his 50s, my dad made the choice to be a better person. It was not too late. He had started to really live. Living life when he was younger meant going out and partying, drinking, smoking, whatever. In his 50s, living meant seeing the kids do wonderful things. Watching Christopher play basketball, going to all the different school activities and functions, going to graduation parties after graduation parties and eating lots of cake. That was what he found fun. And we enjoyed every minute of it.
I have so many great memories of Carl. A lot of them stem from the early 80s, being out in Southern California, and we'd go up to the park. It seemed like we'd be there all day, watch him play pickup games. I remember a couple times being out there, and Brother Ronald and Goldie, they'd come out and it seemed like they'd just run the court, whether it be Carl down low in the post or Ronald cutting to the hole or Goldie raining threes on them. They'd dominate. They'd be out there all day. Remember a few times be some scuffles out there, and one particular time they're underneath the basket. Carl called a foul, and he wouldn't give the ball up, and so he's walking around. Everybody's kind of shaking their head, and he's like, forget that. He went off to the side, and finally they were like, give up the ball, give up the damn ball. So you want the ball? So he kicked it, and he launched it. You could barely see it, and everybody's like, oh man, come on, Carl. And it's soaring, and I'm watching it, and it's going all the way to the other end of the court, and it looks like it might go in. And sure enough, nothing but net, man. And everybody just lost it, and forgot about the foul, and they went on and laughed it up, but some good times, man. Some good times. I love this man.
I learned at a very young age not to take myself too seriously. My dad was always trying to make people laugh, always doing something goofy, and he was always willing to be the butt of the joke.
I remember he come out to California to visit one time and probably give my mom a break. We're out there. It was hot too. It was summertime. It was hot. It was it might have been 100 degrees out, but we're in the Yukon. The AC's rolling, and he's looking. I'm looking over. It's cool in the car, right? I'm driving, right? And I'm looking over. He's just beating sweat, right? I'm like, Carl, you hot? He's like, man, it's hot out here in California. I remember it being this hot, bro. You got the heated seats on. I remember going. Was it? I think it was over at Drager. It was like one of your first games or whatever. We're in the stands, and some dude had like tried setting a pick and like push you down, and me and him just like went all, hey!
Yeah, I remember that too.
Like that, and I think it scared the referee, the coach, and the principal.
I think my math teacher was my coach, and he was talking about it for like a week after that.
I think we need to raise your grade.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit of not answering my phone, and now I'm really thankful because I have so many gems of my dad in my voicemail. I don't think he understood the concept of what voicemail was because he was always talking to somebody else, always doing something else, or entertaining himself with the voicemail.
Hi, Carl Ayers. This is Carl Ayers, and I would like to say Happy 4th of July. Later. Hey, man. Yeah, come on in. Hey, Carl, I'm calling you. Give me a call.
Hello. I love you.
I'll miss those voicemails. I'll miss him butt dialing me and me hearing him singing in the background. I'll miss the calls that I would get after every touchdown a Lion or a Wolverine would get. But I'm so thankful for the time that I had. And I'm so grateful that all of you people have been brought into my life because of my dad, because of his heart. I love you, Dad.